right in and kind of go over what Photoshop is, how to open it, just the basics of navigating, and then we'll get into more specific things as we go. So first off, Photoshop is a massive program. It's used for uh, all kinds of things, from photo retouching, which is how I use it when I do photography. People make composites like scrapbooking, where you essentially put a bunch of little files together in little pieces into like a collage. Some people use it for sketching and drawing. Some people use it for like creating big advertisements or big graphics or prints, big panoramics. Some people use it for like web development, graphic design, logo creation. There's a bunch of ways you can use Photoshop. The basics remain the same, and that's what I want to talk about. So, first off, where is the program? So, I have my dock on the left side of my screen, and you can see I already have Photoshop in the dock, but let's say that I didn't. Where is the program if it's not in your dock? Well, if you open up Finder and you go down to Applications, this third one down, this is every program installed on your Mac. So you can see Adobe Photoshop is listed as under the A's. Everything here is listed in alphabetical order. And there's Apple TV that we just talked about. So if you open this up, you'll see the program Adobe Photoshop 2022. So if you want to make this more accessible, you can double click this and open Photoshop. But if you want to make it more accessible, then you can click and drag it over to your dock, and then it will be there next time you need it. To open it, you just click on it, give it a second to load, and then it'll bring up the opening menu. So this is the home screen you're going to see when you open it every time. It opens to this screen so that you can tell it what you want to do next. You can either open a pre-existing file that you've been working on, or a photo, a PDF file, a Photoshop document, whatever it is. You can open and start from that, or you can create a blank template and then, compile in other things as you go. All right, so just to give you an example, if you wanted to create something from scratch, you would click New File here. And again, there's presets along the top. So for photo people, they might want to do something like these things. Here's a 6x4 inch, 3x2 inch, 7x5. Photos, when you print something, are a standard of about 300 pixels per inch PPI. You'll see that. Whenever you're working on web development, let's see, they're usually 72 pixels per inch. That's the density of pixels that to the point where your eye can't really distinguish quality. Okay, so anyway, you can always designate your own. So if you wanted to create a scrapbooking board, for example, instead of pixels, you're going to be working in inches. And I think, if I remember right, it's 12 inches by 12 inches. I would just set this to 300 if you're going to print them, and you can set it to 72 if you're going to throw it on the web. But how you use it is up to you. You can always drop quality later if you decide not to print them, but whatever you want to do is fine. And then I would just click create, and it'll open a 12 inch by 12 inch 300 pixels per inch artboard. And from here, you can start pulling in pictures, you can draw. Really, it's up to you where you go. Since this is a new file, it shows that it's untitled. Right now, how far zoomed in I am, I'm actually zoomed out at 33%. And this little asterisk at the end shows me that it hasn't been saved yet. So let's say I was going to save this. So I'm going to go to File, save to my computer, and I'm just going to save it on the desktop. Let's see, if I click this little down arrow right here, it'll expand so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to save this on the desktop, and up here I'm going to name it, and we're just going to call it Scrapbooking Artboard. Alright, it's going to save as a Photoshop document. That's fine. You can see there's other ways that you can save this. We're just going to stick with Photoshop for now. And then you just click save. That's fine. Okay, so we just saved that. So you notice the little asterisk that was right here is now gone. And you can see the name of the file we just have, scrapbooking artboard.psd, Photoshop document. And again, I'm at 33% zoom. So what that means is, you know, this is a 12-inch by 12-inch board. And it surely doesn't look 12 inches wide on the screen. It's more like 5 or 6. So to zoom in and out when you're working in Photoshop, if you hold the command button down, you use the plus minus and the 0 at the top of the keyboard. So if you hold command plus, you'll start zooming in. Command minus, you'll zoom out. If you zoom in a lot, you can actually see the pixels. The pixels are what make up the picture. It's the smallest units in the photo. So as I paint, you can kind of see them. You zoom out enough and you can't distinguish the pixels. Here you can kind of make them out. You zoom out far enough and you can't see them as much. And then whenever you want to just fit the whole picture in the screen and not zoom in and out, you can just hit command 0 and it will fit the screen. Okay? To save it again, I just hit File, Save. If you want any shortcuts, if you like keyboard shortcuts, those are listed on the right. So command S is also save. So you could just hit command S and do the same thing. Again, that little dot, the asterisk, disappeared, meaning that the file has been saved. Now if I was to make a change to the document, then you'll see like there's now an asterisk there. It means I have unsaved work. Okay? So that is, I'll just save it, it's fine. That is the basics of opening a file and saving a file, naming a file. Now let's talk more about pixels. So that was if you create a new file and then designate, you know, what exactly you want. Again, 300 pixels per inch for print, 72 pixels per inch for web development or anything online. Okay? Now, if I cancel this, let's get out of that. I'm going to open a pre-existing file this time. And on my desktop, I have a picture from vacation. Alright, so I mainly use Photoshop as a retouching device. So again, we have a picture. You can't ever tell how big a picture is just by looking at it on the screen. If I wanted to find out how big this picture is, I could look down here. It says it's 3088 pixels by 2316 at 72 pixels per inch. That doesn't tell you any dimensions. It doesn't tell you inches. It's saying pixels. So that's not very helpful. If you come up to image and you go to image size, this will tell you how big it is. So right now, as the picture sits, it's 42 inches wide and 32 inches tall. I would never print a photo that big from my iPhone. Again, 72 pixels per inch is the default for iPhone pictures because mostly people just post those online, and 72 pixels per inch is the online standard. If I was going to print a picture, I would have to move this to 30 or 300 pixels per inch, and so that you don't have a terrible looking quality, I'd have to drop the size. Okay, so Here at the top, you can see that the picture is 20.5 megabytes. Here's again the pixel ratio totals, and then the overall dimensions. So if you wanted to change it to 300 pixels per inch, you could do that here. And if you wanted to change, like, say, the height to, I don't know, 7 inches tall, like a 5x7 kind of idea. Oh, I guess we would do width. There we go. Because it's a landscape photo, not portrait. So yeah, I do 7 wide and 300 pixels per inch, and I hit OK. And now this is now resized to a 5x7 basically. And if I hit Command 0, it will fit to screen. And there you go. If I zoom in, I go Command plus. You zoom in far enough, you can start to see the individual pixels. You zoom back out with Command minus. If you hit Command 0, it fits to screen. Okay. This image is called img_8512.jpg. So it's a JPEG file. JPEGs are the most common image file format, mainly because they don't take up a lot of memory. So that's nice. Let's stop there for now with that. I'm not going to save it. Okay, so that is probably like a 10,000 foot view of Photoshop, as far as just opening a file, seeing it, and kind of just navigating your way around. So we'll get into more specifics as we go. I think overall I'd like to recreate something. There was a birthday card that you made for me, and I think it would be fun to try to create this digitally. So we will talk about that in upcoming videos.